Hello YouTube, RedAtMath here, and welcome back to Overfall. You may notice a new option just below the new game of Story Builder has now been added. A recent update to the game added earlier today, or by the time you're watching this, probably yesterday, now allows you to go in and create your own quests. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this right now in this video, but I do want to just kind of show off what is there and sort of the potential for it. So this is the way that quests are created in the game of Overfall. There's sort of this branching path scenario. This is an example encounter that is like built into the story builder, so you can get an idea of how choices and nodes work, all of that kind of stuff. You can see setting up, for example, the use of certain skills if a character has allows them to take certain choices. You know, you start an encounter, enter this node. From there, you have multiple branching options depending on whether or not you have deception, intimidation, diplomacy, or if you have none of those things, you know, all you'll get is attack or try to pay them off, or none of our business and just leave type things. From there, you know, it branches and dialogues just as much as you would want. It seems pretty intuitive. I maybe draw the line at saying straightforward. Certainly you would be spending a significant amount of time in here sort of working on any quest that you created. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what the community of Overfall is able to come up with and what kind of quests they're able to create here. One tiny nitpick that I might have, I wish I could zoom out of this view. I think that would be fairly helpful. The zoom is just sort of set at this level. And I think it would be nice to be able to get a better idea for just UI purposes, the navigation of the quests that you were creating, as well as sort of being able to peel back and sort of see the overall quests that you had created, especially in something like this. This is a fairly detailed encounter. For those of you that have been watching us so far, you know that a lot of times quests are a lot shorter than this. And there might only be a single option or something like that. But in anything this branching, I feel like it gets a little overwhelming for you to maybe keep track of all the different options, or when you've used a certain piece of dialogue or a certain line in one, that sort of thing. Like I imagine, you might want to keep all of the "you're welcome, ma'am," farewells exactly the same, and it might be a little bit easier for you to do if you could pull back and see where all of the kind of endings were. All in all, it looks really great. I am very impressed. So far, the story builder was just a conceptual thing, and finally seeing it and be able to get my hands a little bit dirty with it, I think it looks really cool. And I look forward to seeing what other, probably far more creative people than myself are able to come up with using it. We're going to go ahead and back out of it for now, though, and we'll just be jumping into another new game today. Now, I think the last time actually went pretty well. I want to kind of check and see if I got, I was hoping like maybe I've gotten some really cool unlocks or something like that. No new classes, no weapons for the classes that we have, no skills for the classes that we have. So much for that plan. Enjoying fights on ships with an ally that knows everything about the seas will help. Huh. Alright. Well, fair enough. I guess all there is to do is to jump back in it again. Another beautiful load screen. Very neat indeed. I like the book there. That was quite cool. All right, this time we have been here before. We know it all. Straight into the pew pew. All right. I'm also going to go ahead and start skipping more of the feedback. Totally awesome to get some of the devs commenting in previous videos. And what I think I'm going to do is basically, if I have something to say, I'll say it. Otherwise, we'll just be skipping. And I also want to try, oh, come on, he zigged when he should have zagged. I also want to go ahead and try doing like a more quests per hour, as it were, with all of the quests here. And maybe try to focus on a single race if we can, but otherwise like just taking quests to kind of keep the degree of progress up, so we don't end up on day 99 without really having done as much as we could, because we spent too much time looking for a hollow ship, for example. Right, so while walking along the shore foraging for food, you come across a lone elf merchant being tormented by a pack of hollows. And we could, of course, return to our ship, we could fight them, but we could also try to frighten them off. I'm going to go ahead and try to frighten them off. Your posturing fails to impress the hollows, who leave the elf alone and turn on you instead. Wonderful. Okay, we have the key. Okay, we are Eli and Kiara, and we've got the elf here, but she is not in the turn order, so I'm assuming she's not doing anything. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to find out. This should be pretty straightforward. It's just a 2v2 style match. I do like the Hollow Lizard. I think his color scheme is actually quite cool. Also, finally remembered, Street Sharks is absolutely the TV show of my youth that these guys remind me of. They're exactly the Street Sharks. Like, they are. I mean, they just are. Oh, no fear. Did that... Oh, of course, he was stable. Maybe I should read a little bit more, and then I would know these things. Alright, that's pretty easily going to put him in dying territory. In fact, if I could do just the tiniest bit of damage to him in any way, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I can get rid of my own poison, and then I guess we'll just execute. Then we can focus down Mr. Hollow Lizard Man next time. Oh, lovely. Your tiny, tiny, bubbly shorts won't save you. Okay. I kind of wonder... Is it worth trying to stall at the end of a fight? Right? Like, we're going to leave here with the health that we leave here with. I don't know whether or not it would be... he's enraged. He's... okay. Yeah, it's not really going to be all that helpful, but... Oh, well. We're going to leave here with the amount of health that we have, so, like, would it be worthwhile to stall out for a couple of turns and try to out-heal the damage that you're taking? I don't think so. It feels like very much in the vein of Darkest Dungeon that maybe the incoming damage is just too much to out-heal it all the time. We'll have to wait and see. The last of the Hollows falls dead. You search the bodies for something of value. You find 4 dust, and Eli gains Rigorous, increasing accuracy by 5. Focus is an essential gem in a rough combat, and this hero is obviously all about it. Check on the elf. The elf thanks you for your kindness. We gain +1 reputation. No one addresses the giant pile of skulls in the background, or this dude impaled by arrows, but oh well. The Hollows don't take kindly to an elf in these parts. Thank you for your courage. I will tell my friends of you. Yay! Actually liked that quite a bit. I don't really have any commentary, but I do want to go ahead and leave the rating there. And then, so for example, we just have an Everguard ship like right here. So let's go ahead and head to it, and we can't take quests from the Everguard. Never mind. Okay then. Those Vorn are about to beat up some dwarves over there. Well, that's not cool. Yep, they blew up. So exactly the thing I was trying to avoid, which was sailing around with no quests or objective or Everguard. Hey, it's another elf. Alright. And I think we've actually... Like, we're stumbling into Elf Island, so we might be getting onto the elf homeland over here. The ship is crewed by elves who, although stunningly beautiful, seem rather aloof and indifferent to your presence. Ask if they need any help. Of course they need some help. This is just one place where Elf needs a hand. Get there and see what you can do. Everybody in the world of Overfall always needs help all the time. It's pretty much the classic RPG problem, right? Like, no one is willing to get out there and solve their own problems. They're all waiting for like a strapping young lad to come by and offer to help them. As you explore the fields of this island, an elven peasant takes a liking to you. Ooh. Why, hello there, stranger. May I offer you some organic tea at my house? We have a lot of options. Foul temptress, distract us from our sacred mission, will you? Face looks like a gorilla hollow sat on it. I'd rather eat my own eyeballs. We are just quite the suave gentleman. I normally hate to impose, but for your lovely face, I'll make an exception. Let's follow the elf to her house and rob her. Let's just be human beings and like, yeah, thank you for the offer of tea. You spend some time chatting with the elf and getting to know her better. After a long and intimate conversation, you prepare to leave. She gives you some supplies as a gift. +1 food, +1 reputation. Thank you for the company, and come see me again when the Vorn invasion is over. Yeah, well, I'm hoping that that's probably going to be the end of the game, so I don't know that we're going to get back to that, but we'll see what we can do. I hate to leave her, but we have to get back to the ship. I actually quite like that. Great conversation choices. And exclamation points, because they make everything better, obviously. If you didn't know that by now, I don't know what you've been doing with your entire life. Alright, and another elf ship, thankfully very nearby. So we have kind of stumbled into the Elven homeland, which sort of makes the choice for us as to what we're going to be doing. I think we did piece together between the activities in the last episode, as well as a couple of very helpful comments from a couple of maybe more observant viewers than myself, as well as a couple of the developers. And oh my god, that's amazing. We'll get to him in just a second so that I can finish that thought. But we do need to get our reputation up to certain points so that we could get a third and fourth party member. And so that needs to be kind of a primary objective. I want to do that as soon as possible. All right, now, as we enter a village in the middle of a jester's stand-up comedy routine. So why do these adventurers always have huge weapons? What's up with that? Are they compensating for something or what? I think he just said I had a little wee-wee. I mean, I'm kind of not okay with that. I can't tell with elves, but I think these are all females. Like, I think so. So maybe the compensating for something jokes are not intended at them. Let's take advantage of the distraction and rob the place. Stop trying to rob the place. Jesus. We don't need to compensate for anything. Ask your mother. Oh, burn. Just ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. How dare you mock our holy quest with jokes. You're a terrible comedian. You'll never be successful. And deep down, you know it. Now that's the real barb right there, is the hit him where it hurts. But I'm going to go with the your mama joke. I mean, obviously, like, we don't need to compensate for anything. Ask your mother. Ooh. Some chuckles ripple through the crowd. +1 elf reputation. Hey, you guys are all right. Okay. Again, I mean, my entire comment there was just going to be like, that was pretty irreverent and hilarious. Thank you very much. But they probably knew that already as they wrote it. Now, do we want to... I'm going to go ahead and at least try to follow this orc guy. As long as I don't have another quest. Wow, that's a lot of elven ships coming up. There we go. Ship is screwed by orcs. Give me over with judgmental eyes. Ask if they need help. Get there and see what's up. It's fine. My thought is I'm going to still be mainlining the elves as much as I can. But it might not hurt to have like a backup or two. I'm not sure if... For example, you know, if I need a certain level of reputation to get our first character unlocked, I don't know, like, do I need this level to get the second slot, or will it take 2 at the first level? I'm hoping that makes some degree of sense anyway. So I don't know if it's easier, like if you start getting diminishing returns by trying to mainline a single race. And if that's the case, I might want to hedge my bets just a little bit with some other races. You see an elf merchant is carrying goods to her stall. She struggles to lift a sack, which appears to be heavy. We can ignore her, or, you know, we got the giant bicep. We will help her out here. You lift the heavy sack with ease and carry it across the hall. Maveth Nefriend, how kind of you. Here's a small token of my gratitude. +1 dust, awesome, and some elven reputation. that was fine. Like, not exactly the most memorable quest I think I'm ever going to complete, but it was totally okay. And then let's try this. We'll bounce off of this little elven ship as we head north. And then 0.6. I'm gonna head over this away. We'll do the orc quest, and then we can bounce to this island to do the elven quest, and maybe we'll run into some other ships along the way. You come across two orcs who are having an argument. Bah! You're hopeless, Retlock. Keep living like those puny humans. Ha! Keep listening. The orc grumbles to himself. I'm just not like that. I'm not into axes nor spirits. Hey, what's wrong? He isn't in the mood to talk. My own kind rejects who I am. Please, I need some time alone. Confront the other orc, leave him alone. Of course, we're going to go confront the other orc. The orcs look at you with questioning faces. What are you on about? Are you his puny human friends? Why can't you just accept him as he is, man? They throw laughters as they mimic you. Why can't you just accept him, be so sad? Ah, none of your business. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna fight, because, I mean, I'm an adventurer, and when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So we'll go ahead and disarm this guy right up front, and then one of those. He is bleeding. Awesome. What? I've never seen that before. Weakness halves damage output. That is probably something I'm going to want to dispel. Like, post-haste. Half damage from my primary damage dealer is the kind of thing that I do not like. Alright, we'll skip this. We can vulnerable and remove one buff. That seems worthwhile. And then we should be able to execute him. Okay. They want to stop fighting. Stop! You're mighty warriors, we see. We will listen to your words. He's free to choose his destiny. Go back to the sad orc. He just stands there lonely and thoughtful. Where have you been? Your family will be... Oh, that was his family. Okay, I guess I shouldn't, like, murder his father and then come back and be like, good news, kid. You can do what you want now. Oh. Horrible crimes. Okay. Your family will be accepting whatever path you choose for yourself. The orc thanks you with joy, and we gain +1 reputation. That was pretty awesome. I'm totally okay with that. Okay, so we do have this available now, and it looks like these guys are beelining for us to communicate, so that's cool. A group of adventurers boards your ship. They seem to have heard of your reputation. We look for more adventurers. Putting the rumors of discord in the area, leaving set sail. Someone we could recruit for 1 rune. Let's see if they put any rumors. Mark an island. Oh, that was fine, but I would still like to recruit people. Can we... No! No! You only... No! Okay, fine. Well, let's head this way. And they're both right next to each other. So this is the aiding humans and this is the aiding elves. Let's do the elf quest, because I know it's not necessarily going to branch off in any weird directions. Should be pretty straightforward. While browsing the markets of the island, catch the eye of a wealthy-looking elven merchant. You seem in fine health, traveler, but what of your wealth? Well, I mean, I could always use a little more coin in my pocket, I'm not going to lie. Let us beseech the elf for a small donation to our cause. Let's challenge the elf to a game of chance. Seems up for it. When I look through her wares, she might have something of value, but there's nothing for us here. Let's look through her wares. Browsing, you discover a curious item on scale. A scroll of haircuts. Hey man, don't touch the hair, it's the source of all my power. A great reference for all genders, of all races. It's only 2 frags. Let's buy it. 2 frags, +1 education. The scroll is entitled Scroll of Egwinda's Handsome Hairstyles, and is covered in complex diagrams you cannot begin to decipher. This is what I feel like anytime somebody suggests that I should have a man bun, is there's complex diagrams. I'm not quite sure how that would work out, so I just head back to my ship and I set sail. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the true story of my life right there. Friends with elves. Okay. So that quest is still ongoing. Maybe I was wrong, and the Elven one will be the super crazy branchy thing. On the island, you hear that there's a theater formed by famous actors. They invite you over to take part in the play. Dear art friends, welcome. Please join us in our play. We would love to have you. And we pay. Yeah, music to my ears right there. Sure, love to take part. Students begin playing their part. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? I mean, whoa, who are you calling soft here? I remember the scene. This is the part where I moon, right? Oh yeah, although the class seems annoyed for some reason. The professor apparently is from a very expressionist school. Being natural, play as you feel like. Improvise. Moon the crowd. Oh yeah. Oh, the feelings, the performance, the magnificent. Thankfully, we got like a pervy old man as the director here, and so he was totally down with it. Salute the crowd and leave. I got to moon people. What's not to love? Yep. Okay. And that's gonna do it for that scene. So, our Romeo and Juliet is just a little bit different from the more traditional, but I think it went over pretty well. And the elves have come to talk to us. A group of elf messengers board your ship. They seem to have heard of your assistance to the elves and greet you happily. Directions to the elf homeland quest has been added. This marked island is within Elven territory. Feel free to visit our homelands when you're ready. Thank the elves for their assistance and sail on. Alright, we're going to get told that the Elven homelands are over this way, which is totally something we would expect. Right here, in fact. Guild Cleric searching for new recruits. I can't... So these guys were the ones that just taught me skills, right? Come over here, little Guild Clerics. So stronger, defeat Everking. Need training. Much to learn. 5 dust. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, while we're here, let's upgrade Scream. Why not? 25% chance to apply vulnerable. Okay. Leave and set sail. So I need another white-sailed ship in order to try to get a new recruit. Another thing I want to keep an eye out for is the island where I could revive people and check into seeing what the buff is actually all about there. We'll get to that maybe a little bit later. You've arrived at the elf homeland. I mean, it's not much. It's like some little boards. You would think the elf homeland would be, I don't know, fancier somehow. Aralith heroes. I'm Ayla of Almelin. My people have long helped the mortals who deserved our aid. Your name is well spoken among my people. What boon would you seek? We could ask for dust, we could ask for frags, we could ask for food. Let's grab some dust. A wise choice. Thank her and leave the island. Okay then. I'm always down for a little extra dust. And now what? So we've gotten... So the elves have become friendly. They're in constant... Okay, so... Is this new? Or have I just never looked at this before? So it tells me right here. So the elves are in conflict with the hollows. The dwarves are in conflict with the goblins. The orcs are in conflict with the Forsaken. And then the reverse is also true. Forest islands, volcanic, barren. Okay, gotcha. Like, except for I didn't know that the races were really warring with each other. But as far as what types of islands they can be found on, that becomes pretty self-evident fairly quickly. Now, probably going to just stick with the elves, truth be told. They greet me attentively, sail on, ask if they need any help, mark an island on the map. Awesome. Now, the islands that we would go to when one of our characters is needing a revive, that has like the altar on it. The Vorner over here, that's a little bit terrifying. Yep, that would be the screams of their conquests. Although, the Everguard actually defeated one of their ships, which is pretty cool. So if I do see an altar anywhere, I totally want to check that out. But I have not spotted one. So instead, a small child runs into you, carrying a large fish that he's clearly stolen. Hey, kid. A merchant is looking around for the child. Please, I'm so hungry. And if she catches me, I'm going to get such a beating. I mean, the child. Let's pay the merchant for the fish. We get hungry child with belly full, plus the merchant accepts your payment and gives the child a dirty look before leaving. Hand the fish to the child. Thanks. Wow, you really saved my hide. All right. We lost a little bit of cash, but otherwise everybody was happy. Although when I say we lost a little bit of cash, we're now actually flat broke. So maybe everybody was happy except for me, who could use a steady source of income. Hey, contains altar. Well, at least one objective down. So what I wanted to do here was that the suggestion of one of the art devs for the game was that we could come and offer runes for protection as well as for reviving fallen heroes. And I'm not really sure what the protection does, but hey, maybe it's going to be better than just dying and needing them then. The ghostly presence in front of you does not speak, but strange whispers tug at the edges of your mind. They speak of giving runes to stave off the grasp of death. Well, I'd say my fighter is far more likely to find himself in a place where he's going to get killed. The rune vanishes from your hand. The being looks between you and your partner, curious as to whom it should protect. The thing is terrifying, by the way. Like, I feel very nonchalant just hanging out, talking to the ghostly thing. The entity says nothing, but you sense it is satisfied with what you have done. Okay, and we'll leave and set sail. So now my fighter is all runed up for protective purposes, which I'm hoping does what exactly? Like staves off death somehow. Either I did not intend to bump into you. Either by, I would imagine something like at the moment of death it heals. Potentially? I'm not sure. The crew has heard of me. We can ask if they need help. It will send us on another expedition. Awesome. Right over to here. Alright, so we've definitely become very friendly with the elves this time. And I feel like this is working out better than our last run as far as the speed at which we're doing all of this. While foraging for food on the island, you come across a pair of elves bickering among themselves. You'll regret saying that, witch. We could ignore them. We could attack both of them. Seriously? Got some real violence and anger issues, man. The elf who spoke first storms off, leaving you alone with the other. She explains that a conflict is brewing among the elves on the issue of beauty. Our rival village is going to go head-to-head in a beauty contest for leadership of this island. It might even result in civil war. But a barbarian like you wouldn't know anything about it. Okay, so there's like the makeup wars of the 80s. Is that where we are right now? Offer to help make peace. Offer to help her in the contest. Well, I feel like we should always go with the one that a skill choice is giving us. Like, it tends to be better as far as rewards go. I don't know that that's true, but that's my, like, anecdotal experience. The elf looks shocked. Make peace with the blondies. Oh, I see. It's a blonde versus... Is that even brunette? Her hair's like... It looks purple to me. Anyway. With the blondies who judge us for our choice of dark hair. Never! And you have the gall to ask with a blonde in your group, too. Oh, yeah, that might have gone a little poorly. Alright, we'll offer to help her here. She looks intrigued. And how exactly would you help me in this endeavor? We could judge the contest. We could kill the rival. We could kill all the rivals. There's nothing you could do. Return to your ship. All right, let's just offer to judge. The elf's face lights up. That's brilliant. We were looking for an impartial judge anyway. You're from neither village, so you'll be perfect. I'll have it all figured out. Meet us in the hills. We head to the hills. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. A crowd gathers to watch the contest. The sickly elder elf explains, I thought you guys were supposed to be like ageless and immortal. Gravity caught up to you. I'm very sorry. A war is brewing between those who favor blonde hair and those who favor dark hair. Our judges will decide. Secretly favor the blondes, secretly favor the brunettes. I mean, he's a redhead, but she's a blonde. I'd say we should secretly favor the blondes. We've double-crossed our original benefactor. Everything is ready. Now, how to help the blondes win? No! No! You kill the brunette contestant. Again, we are a hammer, and everything is a nail. Not expecting an attack from you, the contestant falls in a single blow. That's horrible! That wasn't even a fight, that was murder. The blondes win! Unfortunately, the other elves have noticed your obvious duplicity, and they don't look happy. Time to leg it? Beat a quick retreat back to your ship. Managed to give the elves the slip, but you cannot escape the depth of your failure. Embark and set sail. Oh, such twisty choices. I have betrayed them. Maybe my feedback should be less cryptic, but that's how I felt in the moment. Oh, I felt so bad. But I mean, we have... Kiara is blonde. She couldn't betray her peoples, or like her genetics, or something. Oh, man. As you disembark, notice a village in the distance. Great plumes of black smoke are rising from it. So we actually bumped into an island, which was not exactly my intention. But we can go and investigate. As you approach, you see the village is burning to the ground. A pack of bestial hollows over here turn to face us. Defend ourselves. Alright, Mr. Hollow Bear. See how you like a taste of your own medicine. No burning villages to the ground. Not on my watch, anyway. Good, good. Hollow Wolf. He's probably gonna howl at me. No. No howling at me. Okay. Oh, he howled at me. Bulls don't howl. That's not really their thing, man. So let's try to get over here. We've got some conal attacks that might just be useful. I'm gonna also stack some regeneration early on with our fighter. If given the opportunity, I think I would prefer to not learn what the Protective Ruin is doing for us. At least not until we have to. Are able to get out a good attack there. Oh man, that bear just yawned at me. Oh wow. He removed like all of his debuffs and gained some desperation and regeneration. Okay, so regeneration is giving him 2 HP for 2 turns, and then desperation is giving him a 50% buff on healing effects for 2 turns, so that should be 3 for 2 now, would be my assumption. Something like that. Let's go ahead and try to do the vulnerable and remove buff. That's something. Now, he's not below 50%, he's also not bleeding, so I guess we just chop him again. We seem to find... Oh, there's the howl I was expecting. We seem to find little opportunity. Oh, nice. I like that they have found themselves bunched up there. So throw a heal here. We could then... Might, Aegis, Reduction. Let's just scream. Make him a little fearful. And then... one of these. Yeah, that's something. So it seems with our... Oh, man. With our... Let's remove those 2 debuffs. With our fighter, I don't find as much opportunity to use cleave. It seems so very rare that they still have the bleeding stack on them. You know, it's only a 50% chance to bleed, and then they have to make it until the next opportunity for me to attack so that I can actually get the bonus from cleaving. I mostly go straight from chop to execute time and time again. Alright, at least wasted some movement-y stuff. That's something. And he doesn't have any close range attacks, so that actually works out quite well. Reapply that. Let's dispel his buffs and then get the kill here. And then Eli will be able to move up and start dishing out some pain over to these guys. Try to immobilize Mr. Bull. And then give Mr. Wolf a what's for. Okay. He has, of course, decided that he's going to be playing with our cleric instead, which is a little unfortunate, as she is now confused and skipping her utility turn, which means I can't dispel myself to remove that debuff. That's pretty nasty. Debuff, let's just do the vulnerable thing here, and then get in a hit. Nice! Big damage. Like the screen effects there as well. I'm assuming that was a crit, is why that went like that. It did 9 damage, which is far more than my attack actually does. We have gotten ourselves into a little bit of a jam over here. Let's do one of these. Not bad. And then... oh no, I did not mean to do that. That's actually terrible. That was just a horrible misclick on my part. Okay. Eli has let us down as I skipped his attack phase. Ugh, that's a lot of negative things that you were doing to me now. Let's try to pull out of here. Still unable to do anything there, and we don't have anything to heal ourselves with right now. You know what? 7 down to 3, and then Heroic Leap is almost going to get the job done, but not quite. Let's disarm him, and then easily overkill this guy. Yeah. Alright, and then always gets enraged at the end. Oh, so much damage that you have done to me. Let's pull you over. Nice. Alrighty. Well, our fighter, who we have now made sure to protect against any chance of death. Oh my god, I did it again. Why? Why do I keep doing that? I really wish you had a ranged attack, my friend. Like, even a tiny ranged attack. Okay. So the character that we have, of course, used a rune on to make less likely to die has not actually been taking all that much damage. Wow, that did 9? That's a heck of a crit. The last of the hollows falls to the ground, dead. You search their bodies for something of value. You find food there. Out of nowhere, some elves appear. Ask the elves what's going on. The elves explain that they've been under regular attacks from a camp of hollows somewhere on the island. Unless they're stopped soon, they'll wipe out the rest of us. I beg of you, please help us find and eliminate them. Yeah, let's agree to join their mission. How to find the camp. We can follow the tracks, because we're an awesome tracking fighter guy. Your keen tracking abilities allow you to seek out the camp. You get the drop on the hollows. Alright, so no wolf this time, and instead we've got a pig man over here. Biggest concern, of course, being that our cleric is a little bit on the unable to do much side of things. So I'm going to try to kind of get Eli just out in the middle of all this, which I might regret later, but we will see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from right there, she'll be able to do that on a future turn. For now, I'm just wanting to get some regeneration stacked on her. And she can still do that from back here. Good, good. Okay, so she's still doing something. And she'll go back 4, take her up to 11. I'd certainly feel better about what's going on by the time he has, or she has 11 HP. Vigor is awesome. And then we shall chop. He will regenerate a little. Might not be below. Of course. Of course, they're going for my weakest link. Thank you for evading, though. That was awfully kind of you. Let's just go ahead and pull him back over here. And then actually scream to get him to go away. And we'll do a little bit more healing here. Okay. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I think everything's going pretty not so okay. Wish the bull had not been capable of getting close enough to attack Kiara. But we actually do want to skip our movement phase this time. go ahead and disarm him, immobilize you, and keep killing. Alright, good. Fear sends him running, so he's able to run right back. Ugh. Things are not looking so great for us here. Let's reapply our regeneration. And... Tell you what, let's do this here. I want to ensure that he stays below half HP for the execute. And we really just need her to live. Okay, okay. She lived. No, like vigor, and then hope execute gets the job done. Oh, it left him with 1 HP. No. So not good. So not good. Okay. Competing, we need to get these debuffs gone. Thank you. And, oh yes. There we go. He only had the 1 HP left, so that was enough to get it done. How lucky do you think we can get with our ability to, for her to evade constantly? It's worked out for us before. Since the pig is going to be going next, and has might, let's get over here and try to incapacitate him. And then all Kiara's got to do is avoid... Oh my god, her health is getting a little bit scary there. Let's run down here. Numbing Light. Holy Nova. Oh man. 5 HP. Oh, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this at all. No! That's why I didn't feel good about this. Yeah, it's a good thing I got that Rune of Protection earlier. Definitely. Definitely. Alright, skip movement. Let's apply some vigor. Alright, so I can't be affected by all of the things that you might want to affect me with. I think I should be able to take out the pig. He's clearly a boar, right? The hollow boar man on this turn. If I can incapacitate him for next turn. Of course, if I execute this guy... Oh man, that only did 3? Wow. That's unfortunate. That extra turn is actually pretty bad here. He's got 4. I mean, I might as well. I only did 1, too. Okay. There are 2 debuffs. And then we just kill you, right? Okay, that does get rid of him. Now it's a 1v1. Of course, I'm starting with half health. But it's like 11 versus 15. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm not going to actually be able to do that to him. Can I still apply vulnerable? I can. Okay, so just the 1 extra damage he can do. I just can't disable him. My assumption kind of is that the enrage is probably there to keep you from maybe like super just stalling out the end fight with like a stun ability or something like that. That makes actually a lot of sense that would be the case. You know, that you can't immobilize somebody continuously towards the end of the fight. The last of the hollows goes to meet its maker. You search the bodies for something of value. You get 2 food. Eli gained Avenger. Applies stability, haste, and 2 stacks of fury to self upon the death of an ally. Sworn not to see an ally dead again, this hero convinced oneself to punish those who dare to make the same mistake again. Eli gained Hatred of Hollows. Restores 3 HP and removes 3 debuffs from self upon killing a hollow. That might actually be fairly helpful in our raging war to help the elves wipe out the hollows. Losing a comrade to a savage hollow grew hatred in the hero's heart. Killing one would only make him/her want to slay more. Meet up with the rest of the elves. The elves meet you by the place where your ship is moored. They look jubilant. We have our island back, our futures back, have some of our treasury, and our eternal gratitude. Alright, we gain 4 frag as well as +1 elf reputation. Cool. Now, I definitely would like to get to an altar. Well, of course. I do actually require assistance, but let's just get you to mark a quest on our map. And, I like... Oh, my God. Alright, let's just set sail. I just saw the altar not that long ago. Oh, it's down here. It is marked on my map. I apparently just totally missed it. Okay. Which is good, because I was actually going to turn north. Clearly, my sense of direction when sailing is not so good. The ghostly presence. Yep. Okay, same thing. You like gain Forest Adventure. Increases direct damage on forest islands by 1. Spending a lot of time in forest islands made this hero feel more confident and powerful while venturing through mystical rainforests of Dis. Offer runes for resurrection. Hey, it's our friend. Kiara has risen back to life. Leave the altar and set sail. Now, we don't have any more runes. Like, how do I get runes? Like, how do I don't quite understand the rune game yet. Like, what the economy is for getting runes. Because... Huh. I'm pretty sure the merchants and such don't, like, allow you to trade for them. But maybe I need to double check that and make sure that that's the case. I know the last time we ended up reviving twice and still recruited twice, so clearly we were gaining them from something. I just wasn't paying attention to what that was, necessarily. If you remember, please feel free to cheat and leave me a comment below. But I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. Bringing Kiara back from the other side seems like a good wrapping up point. Next time we'll go ahead and continue our adventure from right where we're leaving off here. I feel like we're a lot better off than we were last time, right? It's only day 36. I say, of course, this time is continuing to tick, so maybe I should hold up on that. But it's now day 37, and we've already gotten reputation up enough that we could hire a companion. I feel like things are going pretty well, or at least better than they were this time in the last save game. So that's very good. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more videos every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos. And I will catch you guys next time.